Okay, you guys, so we are back with another video. I'm laughing because in this video we're going to talk about DDG and Halle. Now, as you guys can remember, DDG and Halle, they had a court situation because Halle filed a restraining order against DDG after she was on vacation with her sister, and DDG accused her of having a man around their son, irrespective of the fact that even if she did, it's not illegal, and their relationship had ended a little bit over a year prior to that time. So Ali believed that, DDG and his abusive ways and behavior were getting far too out of hand, and she filed a restraining order against him, and she filed for sole custody, which was granted by the court. DDG fired back, filing a restraining order against Halle, which was also granted. The court was involved in the middle of their co-parenting situation. The court had to work it out because after Halle filed the restraining order against DDG, Halle attorney reached out to DDG's attorney with a co-parenting schedule, but DDG was like, no, I'm going to court. But DDG then eventually asked Halle to drop the case, and he agreed to the first co-parenting schedule that, Halle had came up with her attorney. So he also asked her to drop the case and let them come together and celebrate Halo's birthday together. You guys remember? And we were over here saying that he doesn't want to see Halo. He wants to see Halle. But I said, you know what? That girl has moved on. She would never go back to that man. And no woman is going to go back to a man who she cannot put soap on her face on her own, because if you're abusive, she's not going to know what you're going to do to her with soap on her face, and she doesn't want to take the chance of, while having soap on her face, looking around, it's going to burn her in her eyes, and that's going to cause her to be in fight or flight mode, and no one wants to live like that. But Halle did come together, and she did celebrate Halo's birthday with DDG and his family and her family. It was a Cocomelon theme birthday party. There were snippets of it on Instagram, but I just didn't share it with you guys. But Halle did it, and she did it in a fine and fabulous style, very professional. And she was like, okay, Halo's birthday is over, time to move on. She moved on. Didi's trap, whatever plan he had to capture her under his spell, it did not work. And I said, I believe that DDG wanted to use the party as a leverage to get back to Halle's heart. Because if you guys remember, before Halo's birthday party, he was like, he's ready to settle down. He's ready to get married, and he can definitely see himself getting married. When he was saying all of that, it gave a sense as though the things that Halle was having discussions, with him about while she was pregnant, everything that he was saying no to, now that Halle has moved on and he realized that this man, Mr. Scott Bridgway, is about to put a ring on it, DDG wanted to beat Scott Bridgway to the punch. So he wanted to have that birthday party together in hopes that, Halle may say, oh, I want this for my son. It's so good. Halo is going to want to see his mommy and daddy together. But Halle knows that that's not healthy for Halo, because she knows that she went through a horrible pregnancy thanks to DDG. And even after the pregnancy, she had a horrible time. So Halle did have the party as he requested. They did came together as he requested. But the moment the party was over, Halle was out of there and right back to her man, Scott Bridgway. DDG could not stand the disappointment of it. What did he do? Went to Nigeria because he was so shattered. DDG, trust and believe, DDG is shattered that Halle is not looking at him. He's shattered by it. And this is why Do you guys remember I did a video like a few hours ago talking about the Nigerian streamer, asking him about indialove, and he was so quick. I've never seen him being so quick and so clear to clarify that's not his girlfriend, that's just his friend. They're not smashing, they're not together, because he had hopes that he would have, pulled Halle back in on Halo's birthday at his birthday party. And it didn't work. After that, what did Halle do? She shared photos of her in the studio with her man, and her man was on the video that she shared, liking it. So, DDG, you have given another shot at love, because you can move on. You can find yourself the next best thing. As Beyonce would say, since I'm not your everything, how about I'll be nothing at all to you? And that's literally what Halle is saying. After everything that he said about that girl, you have a chance to move on to your next best thing. But kudos to Halle. She played her card and she played it well. I just knew it. She wasn't going to take that chance. After finding a man like Scott Bridgeway, do you think that she would go back to DDG, who was on the internet saying, I don't care who she wants to F, and seems like what woman in their right-centered mind would put themselves back in a drama and mess like that? No one. Absolutely no one. So kudos to Halle for not going back and keeping it moving, and move on, DDG. Move on. It's okay. You'll find love. You'll find love again. Just be on your best behavior this time around. That's all I have to say. So leave your comment below, guys. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up. Peace.